Your calendar's packed. Your brain's buzzing with notifications. You've got 17 apps telling you how to optimize your morning routine, and somehow you're more exhausted than ever. You keep adding things to fix your life. New habits, new goals, new commitments. But you're drowning in complexity. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Your problem isn't that you need more. It's that you haven't learned to cut ruthlessly. Here's what's coming. I'm breaking down the one decision framework that cuts through all the noise. The elimination principle. One filter that simplifies everything. We're covering why subtraction beats addition every time, how to apply the hell yes filter to decisions, what happens when you start cutting dead weight, and how this cascades into every corner of your existence. Let's get into it. The core rule: if it's not hell yes, it's hell number. Stop treating your life like a trash bin where everything gets dumped. You need one filter, one rule that demolishes complexity faster than any productivity hack. Here it is. If something's not a hell yes, it's automatically a hell no. Not maybe, not I should probably, not it seems fine. Hell yes or hell no. Nothing in between. Your brain hates this at first because you've been trained to keep options open, to not burn bridges, to be reasonable. But reasonable is why you're suffocating. Every maybe you're carrying is dead weight. That networking event that makes your stomach turn. That friendship that feels like obligation. That side project you started 18 months ago and haven't touched since. All those maybes are sapping your energy like silent assassins. Here's what to do. Take one decision you've been wrestling with. Apply the filter. Does thinking about it make you energized or exhausted? Does it feel like expansion or contraction in your chest? If you're not genuinely excited, that's your answer. Cut it. The relief you feel when you stop pretending something's worth your time is immediate and physical. Why subtraction destroys addition. You think adding more will solve your problems? More productivity tools, more morning routines, more self-help books. But here's the counterintuitive truth. Addition creates complexity. Subtraction creates power. Every yes you add fragments your attention. Every commitment splits your energy. You're not a computer that scales infinitely. You're a human with finite bandwidth. Think about your phone. You downloaded apps to make life easier. Now you've got 43 apps you never use, notifications destroying your focus, and you can't find anything. Your life works the same way. Every addition has a hidden cost. That streaming service you forget about. That gym membership you don't use. That person you text back out of guilt. They're all bleeding you. Here's the shift. Start asking what you can remove instead of what you can add. Look at your calendar. What can you delete? Look at your relationships. Who drains you? Look at your commitments. What would you drop if nobody was watching? Your brain will resist because cutting feels like losing. But losing dead weight isn't loss. It's liberation. The space you create by eliminating the wrong things is where the right things finally have room to breathe. Applying this to your calendar is a battlefield, and you're losing. You've got meetings that should be emails, calls that go nowhere, coffee chats with people you barely remember, and somehow your actual priorities get squeezed into whatever's left. This is backwards, and it's killing your momentum. Run the hell yes filter on your calendar right now. Look at this week's commitments. Which ones make you feel genuinely engaged? Which ones feel like draining obligation? That weekly team meeting where nothing happens. That catch-up dinner you've been dreading. That volunteer thing you said yes to because you felt guilty. If it's not lighting you up, it's weighing you down. Here's your move. Cancel one thing this week. Just one. Pick the thing that makes your shoulders tense when you think about it. Send the message. Deal with the brief discomfort of saying no, then feel what happens after. You get your time back, your energy back. That slot opens up, and suddenly you can actually work on something that matters. Or do nothing. Both are better than forcing yourself through another soul-sucking obligation. The people who matter will understand. The people who don't weren't worth the energy anyway. You're not being selfish. You're being honest about what deserves your finite life. Cutting energy vampires from your life. Some people leave you energized. Most leave you drained. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The friend who only calls when they need something. The family member who turns every conversation into their drama. The coworker who dumps their problems on you, then disappears. These are energy vampires, and they're feeding on you. You keep them around because you're afraid of being mean, of seeming cold, of burning bridges. But here's what you're actually doing. You're sacrificing your peace to avoid a difficult conversation. You're letting them steal hours of your life because saying no feels uncomfortable for 5 minutes. That's a terrible trade. Apply the filter. Do they energize you or drain you? When you see their name on your phone, do you feel excited or exhausted? When you leave a conversation with them, do you feel lifted or depleted? If it's the latter, that's your body screaming the answer your mind's too polite to accept. Start creating distance. You don't need to explode the relationship. Just stop initiating. Stop being available every time they reach out. Let the relationship drift to its natural level, which is probably minimal or zero. Use the time you get back on people who actually add to your life. The ones where conversation flows both ways. Where you hang up feeling better than when you picked up. Those relationships are hell yes. Everything else is just noise. The cascade effect into everything. This isn't just about calendars and people. The elimination principle cascades everywhere. Here are the key areas where this applies. Your physical space. How much stuff do you own that you never use? Clothes you don't wear. Books you won't read. Gadgets collecting dust. Your finances. Subscriptions you forgot about. Purchases you regret. Commitments that drain your account for minimal value. Your digital clutter. Apps you never use. Files you'll never open. Notifications destroying your focus. Your mental loops. Replaying old arguments. Worrying about things you can't control. Obsessing over what people think. Every item you keep is a tiny decision your brain has to make. Keep it. Move it. Clean it. Remember it. That's cognitive load. Cut it, and your space breathes. Your mind breathes. Your finances, same thing. Subscriptions you forgot about. Purchases you regret. Commitments that drain your account for minimal value. Run the filter. Cancel what's not hell, yes. The money comes back, but more importantly, the mental weight of tracking and managing garbage disappears. Your thoughts too. How many mental loops are you running that serve nothing? Replaying old arguments. Worrying about things you can't control. Obsessing over what people think. These are mental energy vampires. When you catch yourself spiraling, apply the filter. Is this thought moving me forward or just burning energy? If it's the latter, cut it. Redirect to something real. The immediate power of space. When you start eliminating aggressively, something shifts fast. You get space. Not just time on your calendar. Real space. Mental space. Emotional space. Energy you forgot you had. Suddenly you're not running on fumes trying to manage complexity you never needed. This space is where clarity lives. When you're drowning in obligations and clutter, you can't think straight. You're reactive, scattered, exhausted. But when you cut the dead weight, your brain finally has room to process, to create, to figure out what you actually want, instead of just managing what you've accumulated. The people who seem to have it together aren't doing more than you. They're doing less. They've cut ruthlessly. They've said no to almost everything so they can say hell yes to the few things that matter. That's the secret. It's not addition. It's elimination. Start today with one cut. You don't overhaul your entire life tomorrow. You start with one cut today. Look at the next 7 days. Find one thing that's not a hell yes. One meeting, one commitment, one obligation, one relationship interaction. Something that makes you feel heavy when you think about it. Cut it. Send a message. Make the call. Delete the event. Deal with 5 minutes of discomfort. Then pay attention to what happens. You'll feel lighter immediately. That weight you were carrying disappears. The time comes back, the energy comes back, and you remember what it feels like to have space in your life. Do this once and you'll want to do it again. And again, because subtraction is addictive once you feel how powerful it is. Every cut creates room for what actually matters. Every elimination makes life simpler, clearer, more focused. The elimination principle isn't complicated. If it's not hell yes, it's hell no. Apply that filter everywhere. Cut ruthlessly. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. The complexity drowning you isn't inevitable. It's optional. And you can eliminate it starting right now.